Hi guys, I think I'm live now. If you can see me, if you can hear me, if everything is good, please do let me know in the chat. I plan to do these kind of streams every Tuesday from now on till CAT, so that I can interact with students who are preparing and help them in my own way. So the topic for today's session is how to keep the motivation from now till CAT. You have around 7 months remaining, maybe more than 7 months, close to 8 months are remaining. And if you make the best use of these 8 months, I think you will do very well in CAT. We have seen many times in many of the interviews that I have taken for toppers. You can find them in our YouTube channel, where there are students who have increased their percentile from 69 to 98 just on the basis of consistent hard work. So if you are going to make the if you are going to make the best use of these remaining 8 months, I'm sure you are going to increase your percentile significantly. If you have any doubts with respect to your preparation, please feel free to message in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. Namaste Guruji. Hi DC, namaste. Parlin is saying excited. Yeah, even I'm excited to meet all of you. The onus for today's topic is how to keep the motivation. So I'm going to give you 3 or 4 tips which will help you in keeping focus and keeping that motivation. I'm just waiting for some more people to join us. And please do like the stream. Let us get to 20-25 likes before we start the session. Tej Aditya Nachiketa is saying, sir, how to prepare notes for to revise before CAT? So what I tell students is very simple. Try to keep 2 notebooks with you. Even now I keep some notebooks. So the 2 notebooks serve different purposes. One notebook will be with respect to Quant. Any question that you are facing any difficulty, any trick that you found when you are attempting any mock or any question, you write it down in that notebook. Any formula that you didn't know but you have noticed now, write it down in that notebook. And keep revising that notebook once before you sleep every day. The point is very simple. If you make any mistake, if you make any silly mistake, write it down in that notebook. If you figure out that this is a new formula that I have noticed, write it down in the notebook. The point is that this is something that you revise regularly. And I want that notebook to be always close to you. That is, it should be close to your study desk. It should be close to where you take your mocks. It should be close to where you prepare or answer questions. So that if something new comes up, then you write it down in that notebook. Similarly, have a notebook, like I mentioned earlier, for any silly mistakes that you're making. Many times what I notice is that silly mistakes also have a pattern. Many things in life have a pattern. In a similar way, even silly mistakes have a pattern. The silly mistakes that you make, you should be able to identify why you made the silly mistake. Many times it so happens that either you are tired or you feel that you have completely solved the question and then you are mechanically reaching the answer. Sometimes you make silly multiplication mistakes, which happens quite often. Sometimes people say that 8 into 8 is 48. Those kind of mistakes. Any silly mistake that you make, write it down in a notebook so that you revise it. The point is very simple, because if a similar situation comes in the examination, your mind will be a lot more alert. You know that, okay, this thing happened to me earlier. This shouldn't happen to me now. So keep revising the formulas. Any formula that you found new, any shortcut that you found new, that is one notebook. And one notebook is for your mistakes. Any silly mistake, any any question that you should have solved but you didn't solve, anything on those lines, maintain the second notebook. And try to revise this regularly. The formula notebook or the shortcut notebook, I would recommend you to revise every day. It won't take you a lot of time because you are making those notes. You know exactly what that formula is. It is not something that you are learning new. So revising it should hardly take you 5 to 10 minutes. Even if it becomes a very long book, if you are revising regularly, you will become a lot more faster when you are actually doing it. So this is what I would recommend you with respect to making notes. Bhavani Singh is saying, sir, ये job के साथ motivated रहना, how to do after we get tired? Okay, I'll tell you that. Shikhar Jolly, sir, I get zoned out while doing RCs and lose focus. How do I tackle this? Very nice question. Shikhar, what I would tell you is very simple. Imagine a scenario. Suppose you are not somebody who has a lot of reading habit. Now, you are just preparing for CAT. You haven't really read any novels. You haven't read any big articles. Now, if you are trying to read a reading comprehension for the first time in a topic which is not at all of your interest, then it is very difficult to concentrate. Now imagine that you are a normal person, you are a normal guy who hasn't read a lot, and there is a topic on, say, Greek philosophy, ancient Greek philosophy. It is quite likely that after the first paragraph you lose interest. You are not really able to focus. You want to focus but you are not able to focus. But suppose the passage is about say sports, which I'm assuming many of you actually follow, or about, say, politics, especially current affairs. Again, you have an idea about it. Even if you are not seriously into politics, there are many people who are not seriously into politics, but they know the different parties, they know the different candidates, they know roughly the policies. So if a topic comes, you have a rough idea, even then you are able to focus, because you know that even if you don't find it interesting, you have an idea about it. Then you are able to maintain that focus. So for you to improve the focus, what I would recommend you to do is increase your area of knowledge. You need not become very good at different things. You need not give any lecture on Greek philosophy. But if you occasionally read topics or passages about different topics, if a similar topic comes in the examination, you will be able to focus better. For example, if you read a topic on Indian philosophy, you read just an article, and then a week later you get an article on Greek philosophy, you will be able to concentrate definitely slightly better now than earlier. Now everything is incremental. It should not be that you are just starting out afresh. So try to focus on reading diverse articles on a regular basis. Try to make it a habit. Try to keep say at a particular time in the day, you go through some of the important websites. The important websites that I always mention are the Indian Express, Hindu, Guardian, Aeon, Essays. Many of these articles are there. Just keep reading them on a regular basis. It should be some sort of a hobby that you have. Like for example, if you are having lunch, then maybe you can go through it. If you are going on a commute in a metro where you can sit and read, then maybe at that time. Or when you're coming back from work, at some point, just to relax, just to feel decompress, maybe read some of these articles. Try to develop that kind of an interest. Then your concentration levels will improve. Now let me talk about the motivation, especially for students who are working. They are working professionals who go to office. They go to office in traffic, they come back in traffic, they're very tired, they work all day, and then they know they're responsible people, they know that they have to study, but the motivation is lacking. Even if they put effort for one day, the next day and the next day and the next day, on a daily basis, it is very difficult to be motivated. Now what should somebody do? There are two tips that I'm going to give you now. The first tip is try to do your studying early in the morning. Early in the morning, your brain is fresh, you don't have anything on your plate. Don't wake up and start browsing on your phone. Keep your phone away. Try to sleep early. Try to wake up early. Try to sleep by 10 p.m. and try to wake up by 6 a.m. And normally people go to office at around 9. So you have at least 2 hours that you can study in the morning. 2 hours where you don't have any distractions. There is nothing that is going to stress you. There is nothing that is there which happened in the day. The entire day is completely up to you. So try to finish as much as possible that reading or solving questions or watching videos, anything that is important in the morning. The reason for that is because once you feel that your morning is productive, you feel a lot more motivated during the entire day. You know that even in the evening, if you're tired, it doesn't matter. You can watch a web series and then you can go to sleep because you know that you have studied hard in the morning. So the entire day, you won't have any guilt. The entire day, you'll actually be a lot more productive. And try to ensure that you wake up early. Wake up at 6 a.m., study for 2 hours, and then go to office, do whatever you want. Don't keep your studies for late at night. That I think is a very bad idea. Because you're not at your best. You come back, you're already tired. And whatever has happened during the day is always going to play on your mind. Whether you had a stressful day, whether you had an anxious day, or whether you had a tiring day. Whatever it might be, you are not your 100%. Your brain is not your 100%. Even if you had a normal day, even then you met a lot of people, you had a lot of conversations. Now you come back and even when you're trying to study, those conversations will keep coming back to you. You will not be able to focus 100% because the day has happened and a lot of things have happened during the day, which is going to bother your brain. It can disturb your brain. It might not be that you are actually stressed out, but still it is a distraction. So whatever studying you are doing, if you're a serious aspirant, that is a sacrifice that you have to do. You have to sleep early and you have to wake up early. Just develop that habit, and that habit is going to change your life. Because I've seen so many people who have this motto that they want to win the morning and then they'll win the day. So try to ensure that you study regularly in the morning. It will be a lot more productive. This I think is the first tip that I wanted to give you. If you want to stay motivated, if you want to have a consistent study plan, try to make it in the morning. The second thing is try to take mocks regularly. The reason is because if you are telling yourself that, okay, from now till CAT I have 8 months. Now, even if I don't, because you study for 2 days or 3 days, and on the third day you tell yourself there is so much time. Itna time hai to main abhi se kyun padh raha hu? It is also easy to tell yourself that you can take 1 day break. अभी 2-3 दिन पढ़ लिया, आज थोड़ा break लूंगा, थोड़ा rest day है, मैं थोड़ा chill मारूंगा. This can happen to a lot of people. But if you are taking mocks regularly, and if you tell yourself that my target is not November, my target is not to do very well in CAT, my target is to actually do well in the next mock. My target is to improve my score from this mock to the next mock. If you tell yourself that your target is the upcoming mock, then it is a lot more possible, lot more likely that you won't waste a particular day. and you have that consistency and that habit, which will ensure that you make good use of every single day. So try to take mocks regularly and try to tell yourself that you have to do well in mocks. You have to try to improve your mock score from one mock to another mock. This will help you have that consistency. This will also help you figure out what are your areas of strength, what are your areas of weakness. One of the biggest mistakes that people make is putting off taking mocks till very late in the study preparation. Try not to do it. Try to take mocks regularly. That will help you stay motivated. Guys, we have more than 40 people who are watching this stream live. Please do like the stream. Sir, when studying fundamentals, how many questions should be done? Also, what should be the ideal hours we should devote every day? I would say from now on till CAT, if you study 2 hours every day, that is more than sufficient. Try to take mocks or answer as many questions as you can over the weekend. But on a weekday, try to study 2 hours every day. That is more than sufficient. Quant के क्वेश्चन सॉल्व नहीं हो रहे थे. VARC में फोकस नहीं बनता. सब कुछ डिफिकल्ट है, क्या करें? But the thing is, this is something that many people actually face. So you don't have to worry about it. Just ensure that you are sticking to the fundamentals. Now, out of 22 questions in Quant, it is always possible that you are at least getting 5 or 6 questions which are easy. The trick in Quant is to identify the easy questions. Once you identify the easy questions, you should get them 100% correct without any mistake. And you have 8 months time. So make the best use of it. The only thing that I would tell you in Quant especially is try to have that onus on solving questions. Wherever you find Quant questions, try to solve them. Many people make the mistake of just watching videos and not solving questions. Watching videos is important. That will help you understand concepts, that will help you build your foundation. But solving questions is actually more important. That will give you the confidence and that will give you how to apply the concepts that you have learned. So try to focus on solving as many questions as you can in Quant. Sensei Sama is saying, sir, I have around 5 years experience, 9959 ACATS. I'm looking to do executive MBA. Which college should I look into? I had 98.2 in CAT 2023 and I'm working with my family business. I think you have a very good profile. Your undergraduate score, I think, is not very good. But otherwise, I think this is a very interesting profile. It also depends on what your family business is. But otherwise, I think you can look at all the top executive colleges. Try to take GMAT also and try to apply for ISB also. Process to deal with RC. I'm getting greater than 80 percentile but got 43 in exam. I don't feel confident although. Any suggestion, please? Kishan Kumar, one of the things is you should not take what happened in the examination too seriously. It is just one day, you had a bad day. Believe in the process. Process is in your hands, result is not in your hands. So try to take mocks regularly. For reading comprehension, try to, like I mentioned earlier, try to read 3 or 4 articles every single day. Now, once you read and if you have enough enthu and enough effort to put in more and more hard work, one nice trick to improve your score in reading comprehension is once you read an article, try to make the summary of that article. You read an article and make a summary. Once you make that summary, try to go back and read the article again and see if you have missed out on any points. This way, you will be able to increase your speed of reading and comprehending very quickly. Try to, if you are following this method, you don't need to read 4 or 5 articles. You just need to read 2 articles. Every single day, read 2 articles. Once you read that article, write the summary of that article. Simple summary. If you are reading a 500-word passage, write the summary in say 50 words. Once you write that summary, again go back and read the article. See if you have missed out on any points or see if you have gotten anything wrong. The summary should basically contain all the 3 or 4 paragraphs that are there, the gist of each of the paragraph and how each paragraph is related to the other paragraph. That is what the summary is. This will help you improve your comprehension very quickly. Do you mind telling your AR in IIT JEE? No man, I don't want to say that. It has been more than 20 years. I gave JEE in 2004, so it doesn't really matter. Sir, I face difficulties in solving quants question. How can I improve in quants? In quants, I think the first thing to do is identify what are the topics which are important. I tell this in many of my streams. Any one of you can actually answer what are the 3 most important topics in quant. Once you answer those 3, I'm going to tell you 3 very good pages where you can improve very quickly in them. The 3 important topics, let me see if anybody has actually responded. What are the 3 important topics in quant? Suyaj Adil is saying, sir, should I first learn everything and give mocks? That I think is a bad idea, because you'll never feel confident that you've completed the entire syllabus. You'll never get that confidence. Even 1 or 2 days before the examination, you'll never feel that I've studied everything. And you don't need to study everything. You don't need to be very good at all the topics. You just need to be good at most of the topics. That is sufficient. So try to take mocks. What is the worst thing that will happen? You will just get a very bad score. That is fine. It doesn't matter. But try to take mocks as often as you can. Yeah. Arithmetic, algebra, geometry is what people are saying, which is exactly what I would tell. The 3 most important topics in that order are arithmetic, algebra, and geometry. And we have made 3 very nice pages for all 3 of them. In arithmetic, I think we have uploaded more than 300 questions with videos. In algebra, also we have uploaded around 300 questions with videos. And in geometry, I think we have around 100 or 150 questions with videos. All these 3 are CAT level questions, and they are very useful for you. Some of them are actually from previous papers of CAT. So if you are looking to improve quickly in Quant, the first thing I would tell you is bookmark these 3 pages for arithmetic, for algebra, and for geometry. The CAT level questions for each of these 3 topics, we have 3 very nice pages. Bookmark those pages and try to solve, say, 5 questions from each of this page every day. And if you're not able to solve the question, you can look at the video solution. The video solution is also given in the particular page. So I think we can post the link for those 3 pages. I would recommend you to bookmark these 3 pages. They are very useful pages. They will help you quite a lot. And every single day as a habit, try to solve 5 questions from these pages. That I think will give you a lot of confidence. And before I solve any of these questions, I try to make it a point to explain the concept behind that particular question. So it will also be a way in which you revise the concept before you answer it. And these 3 pages are completely free. They are around 300 questions for free in arithmetic, 300 questions in algebra, 300 questions, I think maybe 150 questions in geometry. So make the best use of them, and then we can look at what to do next. Shiva Ganesh is saying, sir, sometimes I feel demotivated during preparing. I wasted the whole day. Give me some tips about the day, sir. See, that's what I'm telling you, no? Try to ensure that you do your preparation in the morning. If you get good work done in the morning, the entire day you feel very good. It is actually pretty good for your mental health also. You feel that you are a productive guy. You feel that you had a productive day. At 10 a.m. in the morning, if you have already studied for 2 hours, you feel so nice. You feel that I have done a very good job today. Today is going to be a good day. And even if you do nothing else in the day, even if you completely waste it off, you are just browsing on your phone from 10 a.m. till you sleep. Even then, you know that you have gotten 2 hours of good work done in the morning. So try to ensure that you finish your studying early in the morning. That is the best trick that I can give you to improve your productivity. Onkar Jalevar is saying, sir, I have 2+ years experience with 977 NC OBC. How much percentile required for FMS? I have also joined Krakow Premium Program. Please help. I would tell you to go to the CAT percentile predictor by Krakow. You can just Google search Krakow CAT percentile predictor. That is a very accurate tool. Upload the details of your profile. Basically, you have to upload whether you're a male or a female, whether you're an engineer or a non-engineer, how much you scored in 10th, 12th, and your undergraduation, and you have to just click on a button. Then the algorithm will actually tell you what is the percentile that you need to get into any of the top MBA colleges. All the MBA colleges which are big, all Blackie, FMS, MDI, all of these things we have actually calculated by going through their notifications, their admission criteria, and we have made that tool, which is a fairly accurate tool. So go and use it. Sir, I find it difficult to study constantly for 2 hours. Although I do get a good strong start, but I get perished very soon and can't study with the same efficiency which I started continuous for 2 hours. I think that's a very important thing that you have to do. The good thing about you is that you have at least recognized where you are failing. So nobody can become very good at the start. If you are very good at the start, then life is no fun. So try to increase that. Fun is there only in improving. So right now, try to see if you are able to study properly for 15 minutes. Try to increase it to 20 minutes. Then increase it for 25 minutes. Always believe in consistent improvement. Slowly you will improve, but it is very important that you focus properly for 2 hours. Because the examination is for 2 hours. So if you are not preparing well for 2 hours, then you will face difficulty. Varsishta Suresh is saying, where can I find the pages? Yeah, I'm going to give, we have posted the pages. I would recommend you to bookmark those pages because they'll be very useful for you. And I want you to come back to those pages on a daily basis and try to solve at least 5 to 10 questions every day. If you're not solving 5 to 10 questions on a daily basis, it is difficult for you to really gain that confidence. So I always focus on solving questions. Try to take mocks regularly and try to solve questions regularly. Hello sir, I have a profile of 777. Is it realistic to target 99.5 if I start now? If yes, how do I know whether I have the potential to aim for 99.5 plus? Sri, one thing I want to tell you is 99.5 is definitely possible. It is possible for most people. And I've seen people improve from mid 60s, their CAT percentile, to 95 plus, 96 plus. Like I mentioned to you, I've actually interviewed one guy called Joydeep. He used to come to many of our streams also. Very regularly, very consistent guy, very hardworking guy, and he increased his CAT percentile from 69 to 98. And this is just one example that I know personally. It just happened last year. I had an interview with him. The interview is uploaded on our YouTube channel. You should definitely watch it. It will inspire you to put in the effort. You can look at the effort that he has put in. He didn't work extremely hard, but he worked consistently. So every single day he used to work. He was enrolled to the Krakow Complete program. So every day he used to get a mail with the things that he has to do, the playlist that he has to watch, the questions that he has to solve, and he used to ensure that he used to finish on a consistent basis. Every single day he would finish all the tasks that are assigned to him, and he used to improve. I could actually see his improvement because he was such a regular guy. I used to see how much he was scoring in mocks, and it used to always increase, which used to be very, very inspiring even to me, because I could immediately feel that, okay, Krakow's program is actually helping this guy very clearly, because he was improving his score from 70s, 80s, 90s, and finally he ended up at 98 point, I think 2 or 3, which is very nice. So anybody who is having any doubts about whether they can hit 99.5 is, you can take it from me. You have 8 months left. If you put in the effort on a daily basis, on a consistent basis, it is definitely possible. Pratik Patel sir, is it sufficient to start from scratch to score 99.5 percentile with non-engineering background having weakness in quant? I think that is fine, Pratik. Don't worry about it. You have enough time. Just make good use of the time. You have 8 months left. Start from today. Start studying every day for around say 2 hours. That I think is sufficient. Is there any specific LRDI concept that would be better if I invest my energy there? One thing I would tell you is with LRDI, try to solve LRDIs from the previous papers. That I think is a very good and a very efficient way in which you can gain some confidence, gain some practice in LRDIs. Because LRDIs are very tricky. The kind of LRDIs that are asked in CAT, out of the 4 LRDI sets that are expected, 2 sets normally I've noticed are the usual sets where you don't feel threatened by them, or you don't feel like this is completely new. It is possible that you won't be able to answer it, but at least the topic, the theme should not appear completely new. But the remaining 2 sets appear completely new. So you have to start from scratch. So that is why I would say somebody who is preparing for LRDIs, to get a good sense of what are the kind of LRDIs that are asked, go through the LRDI papers of previous papers. You can find the previous papers of LRDI in many websites. You can find it even in Krakow. In Krakow, you can download the previous papers completely for free. So just download the PDFs of the LRDI sets, and on a daily basis, try to solve one LRDI set. Now, before you solve it, don't look at the solution. There are again video solutions available for many of these LRDI sets. I think I recorded the LRDI solutions for all the previous papers. But don't look at the video solution before you have put in effort in solving it. Try to solve that set for at least say 45 minutes, every single set, and try to do one set every day from previous papers. And for 45 minutes, if you're not able to get it, then you can look at the video solution. If you have downloaded the PDF, below the LRDI set, there will be a button in the PDF itself, where if you click on it, you will get the video solution. But my recommendation is put in 45 minutes in trying to solve the set. Even if you feel that you are not making progress, still put in effort for 45 minutes. Because then if you look at the video solution, you will be able to remember the video solution very well. If you just look at the video solution when you read the set, you will feel that you have understood the question, you have understood the solution. At that point, you will feel very confident that, okay, this is such a easy LRDI set. I understood it, and this kind of a set I'll answer again. But you will forget the method after 1 month or 2 months, because many other things will happen in your life. You'll answer many questions, you might get distracted, something might happen. If a very similar set comes, you'll forget it. But if you put in 45 minutes in trying to answer it, 45 good minutes, and then you look at the video solution, you will remember that video solution for a much longer time. That is the reason putting in that 45 minutes of effort is very important. The second thing I want to tell you, Thank you. The second thing I want to tell you with respect to putting in effort is this. Now imagine two scenarios. In one scenario, you are lifting something which is very, very light, something like say a pin or some pencil or something. You're just lifting and you lift it 100 times. Do you think you will be able to improve your muscle? You won't, because your muscle won't get any like practice, it's very easy, so you're not using your muscle. But suppose there is a very heavy stone, very, very heavy stone, and you're trying to lift it. Now you put in a lot of effort for 30 minutes, 40 minutes trying to lift it, it doesn't move an inch. But you will notice that your muscle has definitely improved. Because this is tough and you're trying to do something which is tough, and your muscle requires that effort, it gets some work done, and then it starts getting used. Similarly, if you look at an LRDI set and don't put in effort, you will not improve at all. But you look at an LRDI set and you put in effort for 45 minutes. You feel that you haven't progressed. You feel that this is completely useless. I'm not at all understanding it. I don't even know how to proceed. Even then, if you're putting an honest effort, you are definitely improving. Then look at the video solution. It will still help you. Should I focus on SNAP CET exams because CAT is difficult in CAT 2023? I didn't score well. I would recommend you to take all MBA exams, because on the day of the examination, you should not feel very stressed. If you're taking only CAT, I've seen this happen to so many people. They don't apply to other MBA exams. They take only CAT. And on the day of the examination, they panic and then they don't do well. That is an year wasted. Now, even if you don't want to join Symbiosis, even if you don't want to join XLRI, all the XLRI is a fantastic institute. Even Symbiosis is a very good institute. Even if you don't want to join these institutes, I would recommend you to take those exams. Because on the day of the CAT examination, you should feel as little pressure as possible. So you should tell yourself that it is okay, even if I don't do well in CAT, because I'm taking so many other exams, I'll do well in some exam. Aman Range, how to start LRDI from start? LRDI, there are two resources. One is CAT previous papers. You can download the PDFs from our Krakow websites. The second thing is Krakow daily targets. If you're enrolled to Krakow's daily targets, definitely take them on a regular basis. Krakow daily targets are taken by thousands of students, and we get consistent feedback that they have found it very, very useful. Nearly all the toppers from Krakow are very, very consistent with the Krakow daily targets. Every topper that I talk to tells me that they have found the Krakow daily targets extremely useful. So if you're enrolled to the Krakow daily targets, definitely take them. You will feel so happy on the day of the examination, because Krakow daily targets instill the discipline of taking those tests on a daily basis. Amit Pandey, I think, yeah, you can focus, you can prepare for both GMAT as well as CAT together. We have recently started a GMAT website also called gmatpoint.com, where we have a practice platform, a question bank of very nice questions for GMAT. You can check it out. Okay guys, I look at two questions before I end the stream. Please do like the stream. We have close to 50 people who are watching the stream. I want to get to at least 50 likes before the stream ends. Sachin Kaushik is saying, what is your review of Mika Ahmedabad? It's a very nice institute. It's a very good institute. We used to have a lot of common friends with students in Mika when we used to study there. It's a very good institute. How many LRDI sets are solved on a daily basis? What I believe in is consistency. Ideally, if you are able to try to solve 2 LRDI sets every day, but if you are not able to get there, try to solve at least 1 LRDI set on a daily basis. 1 LRDI set is fine as a start. You can increase the number of LRDI sets you're going to solve later on, maybe from July or August. But from now, try to solve at least 1 LRDI set every day. Sir, can we do LRDI CAT sets from the start itself? Also, can we find the solution somewhere? Shikha Jolly, that's what I was telling you. I would recommend you to download the CAT previous papers from the Krakow website and try to solve them. The text solution will be there immediately below that question in the PDF, and the button will also be there for the video solution. So if you click on the video solution button, a browser will open where you can see the video solution. All of these are completely available on our PDFs. So download the PDFs and try to solve the LRDI sets on a regular basis. Maybe 1 LRDI set every day. Shikha Jolly, also what's your take on ISB? All the fee is a bit high. I think ISB is an exceptional institute. You should not have any doubt about it. Okay guys, let me answer one last question before I end the stream. Saptarshi Chaudhary saying, how not to get exhausted while daily preparation? Don't, some people make the mistake of trying to study 8 hours during weekends and nothing during the weekdays. That I think is a very bad idea. Try to study for 1 or 2 hours on a daily basis. Don't push yourself, don't get burnt out. That also happens to many people, which is very, very unfortunate. So try to pace yourself, try to pace your preparation, try to study for only 1 or 2 hours every day. And like I mentioned earlier, try to do it in the morning, so that you also feel that you are not over pushing yourself. You still can go out in the evening, you can play some sport in the evening, you can do something, you can even rest, relax, you can do whatever you want. Don't burn yourself out. So try to study in the morning and try to chill or relax in the evening, and try to do it consistently. Aman Srivastava, how many hours of study is sufficient for a job person? I think from now on, if you're preparing, maybe 1 or 2 hours regularly is sufficient. Maybe from July, August, I would recommend you to study more. But from now on, I think if you're preparing 1 or 2 hours, that is more than sufficient. 3 hours prep, 1.5 other subject. Okay, maybe. Sri Krishnan and Mr. Ajay saying, thank you, sir, you are my guru. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Like I mentioned earlier, if you have any doubts with respect to your CAT preparation, please feel free to comment below this video. I look at all the comments and I try to respond to them to the best of my ability. So have a good day.